G'day again, all my friends, and we're about to go on with Mission 2 in our 1916 long campaign of Aces of Valor from Legion of War Games. And this time we're doing a trench strafing, run with 4 fighters down to here, and let's see what happens. We have no victory points at the moment. We spent all our mission and photo mission points on getting a new aircraft and upgrading to aircraft. So let's get into it. So first things first, the weather is light clouds. We're over here in Airfield B attacking these 3 here. And we will go this way, I believe, and then zip back up. So let's come down 1, rolling up for a flight event, which is again a 11 or 12 in the friendly rear, nothing happening. Coming down another, and we have a flight event. So let's update the mission turn track first, and we are down to 22 turns, and the event in the friendly rear is going to be a 10, which is enemy fighters. The die 6 of enemy fighters. Oh, and we have 6 of them, so they're not going to pull out when there's only 4 of us. So let's come straight over here, turn this around, and pull up 6 tier 2 enemy fighters. And we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have Johns, who's a 0, Philip a 0, Robert a 0, Andrew, who's a 1, Edwards, who is a 2, and Tom, who is a 0 against our 4. Let's do our intercept detection check. And it is a 10. Get rid of that chart. Come back to the detection check. So we have a 4, takes it to 14. They have a 2, taking it back to 12 and 11 plus. We surprise them, and we get a +2 to our first round, which we are going to go to. So we'll put us out first. So we have a 7 and 4 is 11, +2 is 13 for Manfred, and 2 is 15. We have a 7 and 8 for Oswald, +2 is 10, and 5 is 15 as well. We have Otto, who is a 7 +2 is 9, and 3 is 12. And we have Heinrich, who is a 6 +2 is 8, and 2 is 10. We might be a bit on the hop this time. Okay, Edward is a 9, and 5 is 12. Andrew is a 7, and 1 is 8, and 4 is 12. The rest of them are 7s, so we have John, 13. Philip, an 8, Robert, a 10, and Tom, a 11. Okay, right. Oh, so let's get into it. So we're going to attack first. It's going to be Manfred against John. He's 2 away, which gives him a whole 2 die, but he's +4 for his die, and that gives him 4 potential hits. So 1 die +3, 3, that's 7, and John is damaged. And the Baron does a barrel roll and pulls away. Next up we have Oswald again, 2 die, but he's only +1, which gives him 2 potential hits. So 1 die +1, and that's a 6, and John is shot down. Now, he's a 0, so we need a 6 to upskill, and we do not, and Oswald pulls up and away as well. Next up is going to be Edward as the best shot, and he's going to be going after Heinrich, which is our worst aircraft. So he is a 12 to 10, which is 2, gives him 2 die, and he's a +2, and he gets 1 potential hit, which does nothing and pulls away. Next up will be Andrew against Heinrich. Again, a 2 +1 gives him 1 potential hit, which does nothing and pulls away as well. Otto's next up against Tom. He gets 2 die, no modifiers, and he gets 2 potential hits, so 1 die +1. Oh, and he wings him, and Otto pulls away. Now we have Tom against Heinrich. He's 1 away, so he gets 2 die, no modifiers, and gets 1 potential hit because he needs 5s now to hit. So 1 die, no modifier, does nothing, pulls away. Robert can't do anything, so pulls away, which leaves Heinrich after Philip. He's 2 away, which gives him 2 die, no modifiers, and he misses as well. And Philip pulls away. Righto, we go up to combat round 2. We roll for a combat event check. We are in the friendly rear, so we have a 5 +1 is 6. 5 to 7, enemy aircraft remain. Okay. We've got our die out, so we'll go first. So we have an 11 for Manfred, and 1 is 12. Maybe he had something rotten for Brecky, I don't know. Oswald is an 8, and 3 is 11. Otto is a 7, and 2 is 9. Maybe we bit off more than we could chew. And Heinrich is a 6, and 1 is 7. Oh, talk about the low branch on the tree. Okay, so first up is Edward, who is a 9, and 2 is 11. Andrew, who is an 8, and 3 is 11. Philip, who is a 7, and 1 is 8. Robert, who is a 7, and 3 is 10. And we have Tom, who is now a 5, and 6 is 11. So I think we'll leave him there. Okay, so first up is going to be Manfred, and he's going to go after Edward. He's only 1 away, so he'll get 2 die +4s, which gives him 4 potential hits, so 1 die +3, and does absolutely nothing, shakes his head in disgust and pulls away. Next best is Edward, who is going to go after Otto. So he is at 11 to 9, which is 2, which gives him 2 die +2, and they both miss 1s, and he pulls away, shaking his head in disgust as well. Next up, we'll do Andrew. Excuse me. Against Otto again, 2 die +1. And he gets 2 potential hits. 1 die +1. Does nothing. He shakes his head in disgust. Next up then will be Oswald, who's going after Robert. And again, he's only 1 away, so he gets 2 die +1. That does nothing, so we have 2 potential hits. 1 die +1 does nothing. I think they're all a little upset. This time we have Tom against Otto. 2 die, needs 5s, no modifiers. Gets 1 potential hit. Oh, and hits him. Boom. Well done, Tom. Bastard. Okay, Robert against Otto now. 2 die, no modifiers. 2 potential hits, 1 die plus 1. And misses. He is not a happy chappy. And then we have Otto against Philip. 1 away, so 2 dies, needs 5s, no modifiers. Misses. Which leaves us with Philip against Heinrich for 2 die, no modifiers. We have 2 potential hits. +1 does nothing, and Philip pulls away, and Heinrich is happy. And we go up to combat round 3, which costs us a turn. So we've gone 2, so we're down 3 now. Turns, I should say. We roll for the combat event, and we get an 8. An 8 in the friendly rear becomes a 9. All enemy aircraft depart. Okay, so we ended up damaging 1 and shooting 1 down. Outnumbered 1.5 to 1, or 3 to 2. But Otto has been damaged. We have Heinrich. And there we go. Righto, so now we need to come back over here. Turn this back around, reset the combat rounds, and we're ready to move again. And I think we'll come, like I said, this way. So we'll come down to here. We'll look at a flight event again. 11s and 12s. There is no flight event, so we need to roll for Otto. Let's leave him out here so we don't forget. And he needs to roll for his damaged aircraft check, and he is fine. 1s and 2s are bad. Everything else is okay. We come down 1 more. We'll roll for damage first. A 3 is good, and then we roll for the flight event, and there's nothing happening. We move over again. We roll for damaged aircraft, not a problem. And we roll for an event, and we have a 9, nothing happening there. Move over 1 more. Damaged aircraft is good. Flight event, nothing happening. We're into our balloon barrage. Damaged aircraft is good. Flight event is still nothing, and we move into the trench sector. Okay, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll just make sure this is correct. We're down to 16, down to 15. Okay. Damaged aircraft. Bad. Okay. So we roll 2 die 6 for him, and we get an 11. Plus his air skill, which is 0. 10 plus aircraft remains in flight. So that was good. And then we look at a flight event, and we're looking at 9s to 12s now. Nothing happens there. And we end up in sector H. We do our damaged aircraft check first. Again, not a problem. We do our flight event. Nothing happening there. And then we do our anti-aircraft, and a 2, no anti-aircraft fire. So now we have die 3 ground targets in this area. So there are going to be 2 ground targets. So the first ground target in the enemy trenches is a 7, which is entrenched infantry, which is an initiative 3. And the second ground target is a 4, which is advancing infantry, which is a 2. So let's come on over here now. Woo! Why are you going all funny? Come on, you can do it. Ah, thank you. Righto, so let's put our aircraft out. Okay, so first up again will be Manfred, who is an 11, and 4 is 15. We have Oswald, who is an 8, and 3 is 11. We have Heinrich, who is a 6, and 1 is 7. And we have Otto, who is a 5, and 6 is 11. Now, do we want to hold Otto out of this is the next question. I don't think so at this time, so we're going to keep on going. So first up is going to be the Baron, and we're going to attack the entrenched infantry. So we have a 2 anti-aircraft fire against the Baron. Nothing comes out of that. So we are 15 to 3, which is 12 for a strafing attack. Excuse me, which is a 3 die. I thought it was. And he is plus 4s. 3 dies plus 4s. And that's a miss, so we have 4 potential hits. Righto. And everything from a 3 up is a hit, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hits on the entrenched infantry. Bang, like that. And it has been damaged, and it is up to a 4 now. And the Baron climbs back towards the low light clouds. Next up is Oswald. Again, he's going to go after the entrenched. No, he's not. He's going to go after the advancing infantry here. So we have 2 anti-aircraft fire against him, which do nothing. He is an 11 to 2 is a 9, which gives him 2 attacking die. And he's plus 1, which gives him 1, 2 hits potentially. And that gives 2 hits on here. And he climbs away. Otto will go after the entrenched infantry. So again, it's 1 anti-aircraft fire. Oh, potential hit. Doesn't do it, but it scared him. So we have an 11 to 4 is a 7, which gives us 2 attacking die. He needs 5s. Or better, he gets 1 potential hit. And he gets a hit. Goes up to 5 hits. Well done, that man. And he slowly climbs away, which leaves us with Heinrich, who will go after him as well. Heinrich will take 1 AAA, does nothing. He will get 2 die. Sorry, 1 die. 7 to 4. It's only 3. He gets 1 die. And he needs lots of luck. He gets 2 potential hits. Well done. Can't knock him out, but he can hopefully do some good. And he does get 2 hits on it, taking it to 7. We only have 1 left to go. Okay, we go up to combat round 2. First thing we're going to do is roll for the combat event check. And it is an 8 in the enemy... Well, it's not the enemy rear. And it's not an airfield space, so it's just an 8. So there's no enemy aircraft. We don't have to worry about it. We put out our aircraft again. Manfred being an 11, and 4 is 15. Oswald being an 8, and 2 is 10. Pretty pathetic. Heinrich being a 6, and 4 is 10. And Otto being a 5, and 2 is 7. Righto, and I think, again, we'll leave him there for the time being. So first up, we're going to have Manfred attack the advancing infantry. So he's going to take 2 anti-aircraft fire, which does nothing. He's 15 to 2, which is 13. And at 13, he's going to get 3 die, plus 4s. And that one misses. So it's going to be 4 potential hits. That's a miss. So 3 hits takes this to 5. Like that. And that is good. This remains as a 2, so that's fine. The Baron's a bit happier this time, pulls away. Next up is Oswald, who's going to go after the same target here. Excuse me. He takes 1 anti-aircraft fire, which does nothing. He is at a 10 to 2 with an 8, which gives him 2 die. Plus 1. That's a miss. And that's a miss. Look at that. Wonderful, isn't it? Next up is Heinrich doing the same thing. He's going to go here. So it's 1 anti-air for the entrenched infantry, does nothing. 10 to 4 is 6, gives him 2 die. No modifiers. He gets 2 potential hits. He only needs 1 to knock this out. And he gets a 6, which puts another hit on there, and the entrenched infantry is destroyed. And he flies away. And we get rid of that, which leaves Otto going after the advancing infantry here. 1 anti-aircraft fire, potential hit. Whoa, no, doesn't do anything. 7 to 2 is 5. He gets 1 die, no modifiers, and misses. He needs a 5 and pulls away. We go to combat round 3. Do we want to do that, or do we simply want to leave that guy as injured? No, let's try and take him out. So first things first, we lose a turn. We roll for a combat event check. We have a 6, 5 to 7. Enemy aircraft remain, so no problem there. We put our aircraft out. An 11 for Manfred, plus 4 is 15. Oswald being an 8, and 4 being 12. Heinrich being a 6, and 6 is 12. Well done, that man. And Otto being a 5, and 6 is 11. Well done, that man as well. So first up will be anti-aircraft fire against Manfred. 1 die, does nothing. Manfred is a 15 to 2 is 13, which gives him 3 attack die at plus 4, which gives him 2, 4, 6 potential hits. Okay, first 3 is a miss and a miss, 1 hit. So this goes up to 6. And the other 3 hits, oops, sorry. That's a miss. 2 more hits, takes it to 8, and the advancing infantry is destroyed as well. That goes away, and we all fly back into the low cloud. Bring this back, and we can come back over this way. Okay, so next thing that's going to happen is we're going to fly up to here. We need to do our damaged aircraft check first for Otto. Oh, and that's not good. So now we roll for his damaged aircraft check. 2 die 6. His air skill is zip, so we need a good high number. We get a 10 again. 10 plus, aircraft remains in flight. thank you. We then do the flight event check. We get a 7, which does nothing. And then we have AAA. And we have a 3, which is, again, nothing. No AAA. D3 targets. We have 2 targets again. Okay, the first target in the enemy trenches is a 3, which is a balloon. I know I had her here. Here, balloon. Where'd you go? There you go. A balloon, which goes into 2. And the other one is a 10, which is an artillery battery, which goes into 2 as well. Right. Oh. So we can come back over here again. We've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we should be down to 13 now. That's good. That's fixed. We can put our aircraft out. The Baron, 11 plus 4 is 15. Oswald is an 8, and 1 is 9. Heinrich a 6, and 5 is 11. And Otto being a 5, and 6 being an 11 as well. There you go. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I think they're both going to be worth exactly the amount of points. Let's get the... So it's easy to destroy the balloon, but it has the highest amount of anti-aircraft artillery. 6, 4, 8, yeah. Let's take out the artillery. So we're going to have 4 AAA against the Baron. And they all miss, which is good. 15 to 2 is 13, which is going to give him 3 attacking die at +4s. And that's a miss and a miss. 2 potential hits. And he gets 1 hit out of all that. 1 hit. I think he was getting a little bit scared there. Okay, and he pulls away. Next up will be Heinrich against the anti-air artillery as well. So again, he takes 4 AAA. None of them do anything. He is at 11 to 2 is 9, so he gets 2 attacking die. No modifiers. And they both miss. Wow. Okay. Otto will go against the artillery as well then, so 4 die. He's starting to get a little bit of sweat on his brow, the poor fella. And we have 2 potential hits, so 1 die plus 1. Ooh, and he's happy that missed. He's going to get 2 dies to attack. He needs 5s, no modifiers. He gets 1 potential hit. And a 3 is a hit, so we're up to 2 hits. Like that, and he comes down, which leaves us with Oswald attacking the same target, 4 AAA. 2 potential hits, so 1 die plus 1. Oh, a 7, and he is damaged. Whack. Wow, look at that. Okay. So he is at a 9 to 2, which is a 7. He gets 2 die, plus 1s. He needs 5s. And he gets 2 potential hits. So can he turn this guy? And he does. That's 4 hits total. This guy has been damaged. And this goes up to 4 hits, like that. Stays in there. He flies away, and now we have 2 damaged aircraft. No, we are going to call it quits. We're not breaking off. We're simply calling the mission quits. We're not going to attack anymore. That balloon can go back. That was in the towns, wasn't it? Yeah, up there. The hits can go away. Our aircraft can come back up here. The 2 undamaged. The 2 damaged can just sit over here. Oswald and Otto. And we are going to head home. Seeing as I've got 2 damaged aircraft, that's half the flight I took. So first things first is we're going to move to Sector G. We're going to roll for Oswald first. He's fine for his damage check. Otto is fine for his damage check. And then we roll for a flight event. Oh, throwing the dice away. And there's no flight event. We're going to fly to here now. We're going to roll damage for Oswald. He's good. Otto is good. Flight event is an 11 or 12. Nothing happening there. We move to Depot C. We roll for Oswald for damage. He's good. Otto for damage is good. Flight event, nothing happening. And we are going to land at Airfield C. Because of these, we're going to roll for Oswald for damage. He's good. Otto for damage. He's good. A flight event, nothing happening. And then we do our post-mission event, and we have pilot becomes ill. One of your pilots is sick and cannot fly. Select 1 aircraft at random from the ready box. It is unavailable for the next mission, and return to the ready box for the following mission. Okay, so these 2 were going into the recovery box, not the ready box. So they go over there. Let's bring this over here. Okay, first thing I want to do is I'm going to put a -1 on our mission points because we landed at the wrong airfield. So that's that. These, Manfred and Heinrich, come back. We have 6 pilots. We'll roll a D6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the illness, it's going to be number 4, which is Carl. And Carl I will put on mission 4. Because our next mission will be mission 3. I've just moved that up, ready to go. Okay, so I've put our -1 up for landing on the wrong airfield. So now we need to work out what we did right for a change. So aircraft, we have 1 mission point because his skill is a zip. So that takes us back to 0. We have these 2 destroyed. I can get rid of John now, which is 3, 6, and this one damaged is 9 mission points. So we have an entrenched infantry, an advancing infantry, and an artillery. 9 mission points. So let's come up here. We have a total of 9 mission points available to us. We can't buy any aircraft. Simple as that. We need to recover these aircraft, repair them. So that's 2. So 1 there. and 1 there. And that leaves us with 7. Now for 4, we can take 2 VPs, which we will do. That leaves us with 3, which for 3 we can upgrade an aircraft. So Heinrich just went, so we will upgrade Heinrich. So Heinrich will go away with his tier 1 plane. Oops, that's the Brits, you idiot. Heinrich will go away and we'll pull Heinrich out of here as a tier 2 now. And there he is, a DR1, like that. But we only have 5 aircraft left in the flight at the moment, 2 in recovery and 1 ill pilot. Right. Our flight has been transported back to its real airfield, and we need to look at what mission 3 is going to be now. And it's going to be a bomber escort, 4 fighters and 2 bombers. Oh, to the enemy headquarters. Wow, okay. And the enemy headquarters all the way over here. So we're actually... Airfield A would be better, but Airfield B is not too bad. But it's still going to take us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 there and 10 back minimum. Okay, 2 bombers. And these are our bombers. 1 and 2. And we get a 0-0 bomber. Oh, and we get a 0-2 bomber. Happy with that. And 4 fighters. Right, 4 fighters. Well, we've only got 5. So again, we're going to have to take Manfred. We're going to have to take Bruno. We'll take Heinrich. And we'll take Lothar, which leaves us 1 little fella there. So that's our bombers and our fighters. Okay, weather for this mission will be a 5, which is heavy cloud. Okay, which makes our bombing a little bit more difficult. No, it doesn't affect it. Okay, so that's that. We've finished mission 2. We now have a whole 2 victory points, which is good. But we've also upgraded another aircraft, which is good. And we only have 1, 2, 3 more aircraft to upgrade to tier 2, which I think's pretty damn fine as well. So again, thanks so much for coming along for the ride, and that's where we're going next. So take care, be good, catch you next time. Bye for now.